in qualifying ahead of Matt Neal and Dan Eaves. Then it was the Vauxhall of Smith, behind him Muller, Chilton and Hines.
We're all set for 15 laps of the Alton Park circuit. James Pickford will be starting from the pit lane. I think that might be to try and avoid any problems at the first corner. Away they go. Jason Plato makes a great start, and the two Team Halfords cars side by side, and it's Dan Eaves who takes second from the championship leader Matt Neal. Matt Neal pushed back down to third place. Cars going a little wide on the exit of Old Hall. James Pickford starts from the pit lane, but it's a great start from James Pickford. Look at Ivan Muller. Ivan Muller's trying to get round the outside of Matt Neal through Cascades, but he couldn't quite make it, and he's got to watch out. He's got past his Vauxhall teammate Gavin Smith, but Smith is right there, and so is Tom Chilton.
Yeah, there's lots of movement going on here in the pack, and here's a move down the outside there. Look at that, 3 Vauxhalls. Muller, Smith, oh, and Smith has pushed out Turkington wide, and Turkington's lost on the drag race out. There goes Hines.
It's clean. Good racing. Tom Chilton still in 5th place, just holding off Gavin Smith, but Smith a little frustrated after being the fastest Vauxhall in qualifying. He wants to get past that Honda if possible, and he's going to look for a chance perhaps as they head down the hill. Turkington very wide out of Old Hall. Chilton having to really think about this, defend his line through Cascades, as Smith now's got a good run on the exit of the corner. They're side by side as they build up to about 135 miles an hour, and then it's a hard break into the hairpin. Who's better on the brake? Smith is late, and he's still, is he not quite ahead as they come through the corner? Great racing between Chilton and Smith, and Luke Hines trying to slot inside there. Oh, they kept it very clean.
Got a shot of Jason Plato's dad. It is Father's Day. Plato's dad's here, Pickford's dad's here, and of course Luke Hines' dad is here. So who's going to be the happiest father at the end of this meeting?
Well, at the moment it's going to be Jason's dad, isn't it? Because he's got a decent lead. Oh, there's a bit of a touch. Collard, Turkington's on the grass. Turkington's out wide, and Collard is through. Collard gains the place. A bit of bodywork goes flying, and Turkington is muscled out, not only by Collard, but by James Kay and James Pickford. Pickford still attacking on the outside in the Seat, but can't go through. But at least he's got past Turkington from his point of view. Eaves in control at the moment, but Matt Neal will want the extra points. His lead is not that great that he can afford to just sit back and relax, especially with his teammate Dan Eaves ahead of him. Out of Lodge they come, climbing up the hill, cross the line this time. They're completing their 8th lap, and it's still Plato in charge of this first race of the day. Alton Park, here comes Matt Neal down the inside. Good move from Matt Neal, and he's taken 2nd place from Dan Eaves.
Well, Matt Neal had just put his lights on. You see he's got his headlights on. He'd just done that. I think that was to indicate to Dan that he was going to make a move, that he felt his car was quicker, and certainly Dan didn't stop him coming through.
Board with Jason, that's a great view. Again, there's more and more looking in that mirror now. He's coming out of Cascade. Now, how far away is my opponent? Is he going to attack? He's very close, but he's not quite there, not quite able to get alongside.
Yeah, you saw Jason was actually having to look while he was braking and changing down and looking back to the apex, back in the mirror, all the time looking to check where Matt Neal was.
Now he takes the middle line, the inside line slightly down the hill. He sees that Matt Neal's not alongside, so he turns in, takes the clean line through the corner, clips the curbs. Got to be early on the power here. Kay's off. James Kay, I don't know whether there was contact with somebody. There might well have been, but we saw James Kay off, and now we've only got a lap and a half to go. So James, let's hope he can get, no, he's got damage to the front of that car, I think, so I don't think he's going much further. It's still Plato versus Matt Neal, but Matt Neal is running out of time. He's only got a corner and a lap to go. One more lap plus this run into Lodge Corner, which is sometimes an overtaking spot, as we've already seen. Is he going to make a lunge? Oh, he has a think about it. Oh, he stays in 2nd for the moment.
Well, I wonder whether Matt would try and stay behind, but that showed us his intention is to try and win the race. But he knows now just how desperate Jason is to win, because as soon as he moved, Jason moved as well to defend, and Matt had to lock the tyres up just to try and avoid hitting him. So Matt was very, very careful to try and avoid contact there, but he knows how much this first win of the year would mean to Jason and Seat.
And here we are with Jason. He doesn't look in the mirror this time. And it looks as though Jason Plato is going to take his first win of 2005. The man who won more races than anyone else in 2004. It's taken a little while to come, but despite big pressure from Matt Neal in the closing stages, it is going to be Jason Plato to take the first win of the day here at Alton Park. Second place goes to Matt Neal, not by very much, and third goes to Dan Eves, with Ivan Muller coming home in fourth. Tom Chilton there coming across the line in fifth, and there's a big smile on Jason's face. You can see it even though you can't see his mouth.
That was a welcome first win of the season for Jason Plato. There was Matt Neal right behind him in second. Neal was consistency personified this season, and another good drive from Dan Eves, his Halfords teammate. Jason Plato did have some moral support at Alton Park, and they could look forward to seeing their hero start from pole